Commitment is a statement of what is. You can know what you are committed by your results, not by what you say your commitments are. We are all committed. We are all producing results. The result is proof of a commitment. During the weekend, I was scrolling on my mobile phone, one video after the other, shorts in YouTube. As you do, it is the weekend. And a voice in me woke me up. What are you doing, Blanca? What are you actually committed to? What is the life that you really actually want to live? Really, right now. I jumped off my chair. I jumped off my chair and found something that was closer to the kind of life that I want to live. Immediately, there is a clay project there in the corner. There is a clean kitchen. I went with my husband swimming. It was such a change in my entire life. I found this quote because this was one of the things that I did at that moment of awakening. I pick up the book that I'm reading at the moment, Who, Not How, and the author quotes these other authors on the subject of commitment. And the title of his chapter is that we should commit to specific results. And I was thinking, well, yeah, it doesn't cut it for me because I have been committed to results, and that has made me miserable in the process of achieving the result. What I offer you is to be committed to a specific way of living. I commit to joy. I am not having fun. Well, I am making my life. You are making your life. You have more agency in your life than you think. You're not a victim of the circumstances. The politicians don't have you glued to the mobile phone. You can stand up and let go of the non-productive thought, the non-productive activity, and do something. Be somebody who you actually want to be. An example I love, and whoever tells this story they love, is how I got to have my hair so long as right now. 53 years old, and I have this long hair. And if you have been following for a while, you know that I used to sport a pixie haircut for the longest time. And I wanted to let my hair grow, but every time it grew to an uncomfortable length, I will cut it. Why? Because I was not committed. I was not committed to the result. I was not committed to the process. The big difference happened when I made this pledge to myself. I commit to enjoy, to love my hair, no matter how crazy it appears on the different days that it will appear. Because one day a curl will go in the direction that I don't want it to go. Now, brackets diverging. We have a cartoon made of me. My husband made that because I always have some hair blocking this direction. So it's the Blanca antenna. Yeah, I can tell you, my hair in the middle is really weird. So I committed to love that process. I committed to love that antenna. Oof, the time just flew. My hair grew so fast. It was absolutely incredible because I was enjoying the process. I was in love with it, no matter what it decided to do. And when I was preparing this video, I was thinking, well, which story I will tell you. I have the story of the hair, but I also have the story of healing myself of eating disorders. When I was 14, I had anorexia, and I almost died. From anorexia, I went all the way to binge eating, and I became so overweight. I was really obese. And how I healed myself from that. If you have followed me for a while, I have childhood trauma. And I didn't understand that I had childhood trauma, of course, as you do when you have childhood trauma. I just behaved like a bull in China shop. And when I realized that I was behaving really weirdly, I went to a psychologist and I told her, well, I commit to work with you. And after 2 months, I know that I'll be healthy again and I will not behave in these crazy ways. And the psychologist, now I understand, almost had to laugh. She really contained herself and she told me that, it was a long process, maybe a lifetime process. I didn't want to accept what she said. I didn't want to embrace what she said. I was really resistant. What do you mean that I need to come to you for the rest of my life? She just wants to make money out of me. Now I see that in reality, everything, the length of your hair, raising children, building a beautiful relationship with your husband, growing plants, growing a business, it is a lifetime project. Whatever you do is a lifetime project. I exercise for years. On Tuesdays and Fridays, I go and do weightlifting. And between the Tuesday and the Friday, between the Friday and the Tuesday, I stretch. I do all kinds of stretches. I do yoga. I have recently certified myself as a yin yoga, not teacher, but I got a certification on yin yoga. But what I'm telling you is that it is a forever thing. You enter into a cycle of strength. So strength makes you inflexible. And then you enter into a cycle of flexibility. And then you need the strength again. It is life. There is night, there is day. There is the need to eat, there is the need to fast. There is the need to go up, there is the need to go down. My invitation is for you to commit to daily, perfect practices. Practice to love what you are living. Practice to love your cup of tea. Practice to hug your child. Practice to walk better. Practice to sit better. Practice to exercise your eyes so that they last longer. Commit yourself to the perfect practice, and you are going to see the results. The results are going to be immediate. What do I mean? Is that immediately you are absolutely delighted with what is happening. You are present. And as you are present, you are becoming that what you are wanting. When you're dieting, it looks like nothing is happening. When you have a good diet day, when you have a good exercise day, it takes constant practice for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 3 months, years. The business is exactly the same. But it takes no time to just notice that you are building what you're building. Think of your life, think of your business, of your own health as a cathedral. You're building a cathedral step by step, stone by stone. You're building something magnificent. And really think it that you are never going to see it done. You will never be done. You will never be done with healing those ancestral trauma that we, all humanity, carry. You will never be done with having a healthy body. You will never be done being a mother. You will never be done creating a legacy. You will never be done. So commit to the process of never being done and doing to the best of your abilities whatever you do. It's not about being happy. It's about the craft of a beautiful life, a craft of regenerative living, a craft of divine living, of making sacred your life, of sacrificing yourself like if you were a seed for you to become this great tree. And being with the seasons, really see your life in the big cycles, of life. The day is sunlight, you take action. It's night, you get to slumber, then you wake up. This cycle allows you to rest and allows you to create. And the cycles of the month, the moon, and the cycles of the year, and the big cycles of life. When you're 10, when you're in your teens, there is some agenda. When you're in your 20s, there is some agenda. And like that, you go in each decade. It's completely different. Now in my 50s, it is such a peace that I don't need to strive to tell you that I make so much money, I have so many followers. It is a time to serve, to give back of all the knowledge that I have accumulated. What is there for you? What is the agenda for you right now? And just look at it. Just look at it. What is my agenda for me right now? Is it a moment to contemplate? Is it a moment to hard work? Is it a moment to listen to my child? To sleep? Commit to be awake when you are awake. Commit yourself for a life that you really live, not a life that you go blind through it, that you don't even notice the beautiful blessings that you are getting. I invite you to commit to the process. When you commit to the process of creating a beautiful life in every single area of your life, the results are going to be inevitable. I hope this has been helpful for you. I wish you an absolutely fantastic week. God bless.